The talismans! Quickly!
Save me, brave hero!
Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
The experiment was a success. I shall begin the preparation.
Now. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh. So, how does it feel? I, for one... We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind. Come now. To us Ascians, it is no different from trying on... I must say, I have gone to great when I discovered that his friend was in this neck. He never deigned to respond, but I... Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of... But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who? Why, his radiant... As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Zosgalvus, dead. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, and so their will did manifest, channeled, and lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garleans. It calls to its subjects. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire, the towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. Would you not agree?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain... I have been honing my craft. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, the chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you...
There is only one thing that can sate my... I hoped this display of civility might While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself. Or
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friend? We'd better hurry if we want to avert the... Ah, there it is. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say... Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Such ingratitude! I'd not squander the... Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work. bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the other.
And what of Euless?
They were, but others fared still worse, as those in most desperate need. But rest assured that he will.
Of all the bloody times for a...
Right when the first wave struck, but where even to begin the search?
While I know full well she can... Ah.
Well...
That's her.
Aye, 'twould appear...
I am. But... Where have you been?
Now.
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own... But where are my manners? Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of the eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companion. All your hate.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. I am pleased to...
Everything in working order? That's a relief.
Given recent events, I would be... A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can just...